In English, short adjectives take an ending and long ones take a word in front. Fast becomes faster. Interesting becomes more interesting. You learn where the line falls without ever being taught it. German does not have that line. Every adjective takes the ending, no matter how long it is. Das ist mehr interessant is not a clumsy sentence, it is not German at all. It is interessanter. And the same for the longest word you can find. Kompliziert becomes komplizierter. This is genuinely good news. One rule replaces a judgment call you've been making by instinct your whole life. So here is the whole shape. Schnell, fast. Schneller, faster. Am schnellsten, fastest. Adjective, adjective plus er, and then plus the adjective plus sten. That is not optional, and it is not a preposition doing something clever. It is simply part of how the superlative is built when the adjective stands on its own. Läuft am schnellsten. If the adjective sits in front of a noun instead, you get der schnellste Läufer. But you will meet that form constantly before you ever need to produce it. So learn am schnellsten first, and let the other one arrive later. Now the part that trips people. A lot of short adjectives take an umlaut when they compare. Alt, älter, am ältesten. Jung, jünger, am jüngsten. Lang, länger, am längsten. Warm, wärmer. Kalt, kälter. Stark, stärker. There is a pattern worth knowing. It is almost always one-syllable adjectives with a, o, or u in them. But it is not all of them. Klar stays klarer, froh stays froher, voll stays voller. So treat the umlaut group as a short list to learn rather than a rule to apply. It is maybe a dozen words, and they are all words you will use every single day. One small spelling adjustment, and it exists purely because of what your mouth can actually do. If the adjective already ends in de, te, s, sz, z, or sch, the superlative takes an extra e. Alt would give altsten, which nobody can say, so it is am ältesten. Heiß give es am heißesten. Kurz give es am kürzesten. Hübsch give es am hübschesten. You do not need to memorize the letter list. Say the word without the e once, and your mouth will tell you. And one word breaks it anyway. Groß becomes größer and teen am größten, not am größesten. It is the exception you will hear most often, so it is worth banking now. Now the word for than. And this is where a real mistake lives. Comparing two different things takes als. Ist größer als ich. Saying two things are equal takes so and wie. Ist so groß wie ich. Different als. The same so wie. You will hear Germans say größer wie ich, and you should know why. It is common in spoken German across large parts of the country, and it is also the thing German teachers correct most. It is not a regional flavor you get credit for. Use alts after a comparative, every time, and you will never be the person in the room who got it wrong. 5 words ignore all of this, and they are 5 of the most common words in the language. Gut, besser, am besten. Good, better, best, and English does exactly the same thing. Viel, mehr, am meisten. Gern, lieber, am liebsten. Which is how you say what you would rather do. Hoch, höher, am höchsten, and notice that C disappears. Nah, näher, am nächsten, which is also the word for the next stop on a train. And notice mehr in that list. German does have the word. It is simply the comparative of viel, not something you put in front of other adjectives. That is the distinction the very first sentence of this video was drawing. Everything on one board. Comparative is the adjective plus er, however long the word is. Superlative is am plus the adjective plus sten. Short adjectives with a, o, or u usually take an umlaut. After de, te, s, sz, or z, the ending grows an extra e. Tan es als, and as is so, wie. And 5 words go their own way. Gut, viel, gern, hoch, nah. Screenshot this one. Comparatives are one of the few pieces of German grammar you can use in almost every sentence you already know how to build, which makes them unusually worth drilling. There is a set on exactly this at Übungszeit, free with a free account. Link below. Los geht's!